So in this lecture, let's learn how we could style a to-do list application in React using different ways. So right now we are going to take a little bit of detour, and rather than working on our application, we will learn a couple of ways which we could use in order to style any kind of React application. So whenever you are styling your React application, there are actually 4 ways to do it. The very first way is that you could use inline styling, and by inline styling we simply mean whenever you define HTML elements like that, you could simply add the styling to these particular elements itself in the same exact line. So that's what is called as inline styling. The other way which you could style your entire React application is by using a CSS style sheet. So what you could do is you could define one single CSS file in here, which is going to contain some classes, and you could use those particular classes and apply them to each and every field or HTML tags which you have. So that is another way, or the second way of styling a React application, which is by using CSS style sheets. The third way of styling a React application is by using something called as CSS modules. Now, using CSS style sheet and CSS modules is a lot similar, but in case of CSS modules, you actually have a style sheet for every single component which you have. So for example, instead of defining a one single style sheet for the entire application, now here we have one style sheet for every single component which we have. And therefore, as this particular style sheet is divided into different modules, this is called as CSS modules. So this is the third way of styling a React application, and the fourth and final way of styling a React application is by making use of some library like Tailwind CSS. So we will be learning about how to use these different methods of styling React application. So let's start with the first one, which is by using the inline styling. So in order to understand how inline styling works, what we will do is we'll simply go ahead and create a new component. So we won't be dealing with the to-do component as of now. So I'll create a new component and call this thing as, let's say, inline component .jsx. All right. So let's have some simple element in here. So I would say export default function. That's going to be inline component. And let's make this thing return a simple div. So let's return a div here, and let's have an h1 tag in here, which let's say we want to style. And this thing says inline component. All right. So let's go to the app.jsx, and for now, instead of making this thing render the to-do component, let's go ahead and comment this thing out. And let's say I want to render the inline component here. So inline component. And if I do that, now we should have an inline component here. All right. So that's exactly what we have up over here. Now let's say if I want to style this. So the very first way of styling this, which we will be learning, is the inline styling. So inline styling basically means you add the styling to a particular component right there itself. So as we want to style the inline component only has one h1 here. And if I want to style this h1 using inline styling, I simply have to say style equals. And here automatically it will include the curly brackets here, because as this is JSX and you actually want to write some JavaScript code in here. So here within this, you could actually assign this thing some JavaScript variable. But instead of creating a separate JavaScript variable or a JavaScript object, I could define the style object here itself. So this outermost curly bracket which we have up over here is for writing JavaScript, and now this inner curly bracket which we have here is for defining an object. So here we define a style object. So let's say I want to set the color of this text to blue. So over here I could simply define regular CSS inside this object. So I could say color and set the color to blue. All right. So if I do that, now we have defined the inline styling of this particular h1 element. And if I go back here, as you can see, now the inline component has a blue color. Now, what if you actually want to keep on defining a couple of more attributes here? So right after the color, let's say you also want to increase the font of this thing. So in order to set the font, right inside the object itself, I could give a comma and define a new property. So over here, in order to define font size, in CSS you would say font-size, but as this is not a regular CSS, but instead we actually are passing in an object here, therefore we define font size in camel case by saying font S in capital and then size. And let's set the font size to, let's say, 140 pixels. So right now this component looks like this, but as soon as I save this, now as you can see, the size of this component kind of grew to 140 pixels. So this is how you could go ahead and make use of inline styling for styling up the elements. Now, one more thing which you need to understand here is that to this style attribute, we use the outermost curly brackets to be able to write JavaScript code. However, the inner curly brackets which we have up over there are for defining an object, and inside that object we define the CSS properties which we want to set for that particular element. And also here, instead of using the regular CSS properties, the name of these properties are a little bit different. That is, they are written in camel case. That's because the object which we are passing in here is not a CSS object, but instead we are writing JSX. So the styling names in JSX are slightly different than CSS. So this is how styling the component inline works. Now, in order to keep things simple, or in order to make it more cleaner, what you could do is you could take this object out of this particular code so that it kind of appears separately. So I'll cut this from here and I could define an object over here instead. So let's say const header equals, and I'll paste this thing up over here. And what I could do now is that inside the style, I could simply pass in the header object. So I could say style equals header. And this is still going to work in the exact same manner. That is, the styling is still going to apply for this as well. So this is how you could go ahead and apply inline styling to a specific component in React. Now in the next lecture, let's go ahead and let's learn about the second way of styling elements in React, and that is by making use of style sheets. So let's learn how to do that in the next one.